I'm Scott Evans, and I'm here in Sonoma Raceway with an incredible car, the Porsche 917. This is a huge car for Porsche because this is the one they built to take on the best in the world. And in the early 1970s, they beat Ford and Ferrari at Le Mans. Now, the thing to understand about the 917 is that this was the first car Porsche ever built that combined their experience with lightweight, nimble cars and big, giant engines needed to win at Le Mans. Now, this car is a 1970 short tail. It's got a 5.4 liter flat 12 engine that makes 600 horsepower. Top speed, over 220 miles an hour. Later 917s would gain turbochargers and make over 1,200 horsepower. After so much racing success in the 1970s, the owner of this car returned it to Porsche, where it became a development car for decades and a VIP race car taxi. And today, I'm gonna drive it. Then there's this, the 918 Spyder. Just one digit away from that Le Mans winning 917 and the modern Le Mans winning 919 hybrid. It has a lot more in common with that modern Le Mans car, but the spirit is still the same. There's a high revving, naturally aspirated V8 mounted right in the middle that's actually related to Porsche's LMP2 race motor. Once integrated with 2 electric motors and a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, it's a modern supercar that you can drive every day that also does 220 miles an hour. In addition to supercar performance, the 918 was designed to prove that hybrids can be fast because of their batteries and electric motors, not despite them. After my laps in the 917, I'll jump into the 918 and describe the ways in which it is and is not that car's successor. Awesome. I mean, I was really worried that on these race tires we were going to get out here and on this cold track and it was going to be kind of skatey and everything else, but obviously we were going at very safe speeds because this is a museum car, not a we're not trying to set any records here today. But it felt great. I mean, it really had a ton of grip and at these speeds, right? And felt really good out there. It was actually surprisingly easy to drive. And the brakes were great. Didn't have to use them too hard. Didn't have to. It was just mostly just figuring out where the gears were, because yeah, first and third are kind of close together, and third's a little farther over than you think, and second's way back over here. So it's kind of long throws. But once I had that figured out, we mostly had it right. Heading onto the track in the Porsche 918 Spyder. We just come out of the 917, and well, I couldn't talk to you while I was driving that one because I couldn't hear myself, much less anyone else. But the first thing you notice getting into the 918 here is, well, that I don't have to shift it. This thing has this incredible Porsche PDK dual clutch gearbox that is, I think, just as clever as I am, and probably more so, to the point where when I brake and think about I need another gear, it's already there. You know, by street car standards, this incredible V8 engine is very loud, but compared to a 917, not bad at all. I don't even need earplugs for this one. And yet, I will bet that this car is probably quicker than the 917. And the reason I say that is because with this all-wheel drive capability, these incredible tires, and this electric motor assist, this thing can put down so much power instantaneously, it feels like. You know, you just hit the throttle and you've got everything. Whereas the 917, it's a naturally aspirated motor, it's very linear, so you've got a lot of pedal to work with before you get the whole thing like this. Whew. And that was some hot laps in the 918 Spyder. Man, I still feel like it would be a very close race with these two cars if it could really got at it with the 917. And then I had this incredible 918 that, even though they're so different, they're both so easy to drive fast that I think you could really, I would love to see a race with these two cars. It would be incredible. So that's the 917 and the 918. Just one digit and 50 years apart, but two very different ways of making power and going fast.